Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you my April TBR. I am so sorry for the bad lighting and the glare in my glasses, but since it is the evening and I don't have any more light from outside at the moment, it's the best that we're gonna get. So we're just gonna have to roll with it. April is gonna be a huge month, a very extremely ambitious month, especially considering what I've read in March or haven't read, but it was not a successful month, even if I have been reading, but not enough. Anyways, so I have a couple of books that are rolling over since January for the Buzzwordathon, the Choose Your Own Adventure Readathon, and I am participating in the Orilium Magical Readathon hosted by BookRoast, and it's a lot. So I'll try to get through all of these books as quickly as possible. I don't know how many I'm gonna get through. I'm hoping as much as possible. As of right now, I am behind my Goodreads challenge. I am 8 books behind, so there's that. So for the Buzzwordathon, as I always participate every month, I haven't read the book for January, which was There. So I am going to try to finish this one. I haven't finished the one for February, which was A Positive Word. So for that one, I chose A Promised Land by Barack Obama. The prompt for March was to read a book with a character's name in the title. That one I chose The Beautiful and Strange Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. And for April, the prompt is to read a book with the nature word in the title. And for that one, I chose Black Forest by Laramie Dean. This is a book I got from NetGalley that I never got to, and it's been a goal of mine to just clear up all of my NetGalley books that I received to review. And I have a couple of them that I haven't reviewed yet, and I do want to give it out, even if it's like a year later. I haven't requested anything in NetGalley for a long time because I just have so many books I need to get through, and I want to kind of sort that out before I request any new books. So I don't have high expectations for this book. Reviews so far weren't that great from what I've seen, but we shall see. I am also doing my own read along of the Elderlings universe. So for January, I was reading Assassin's Apprentice. For February, I was reading A Royal's Assassin, and for March, I was supposed to read Assassin's Quest. So far, I'm just about to finish Royal Assassin, so I'm already behind on my own read along. That's great. And for April, I am supposed to be on to Ship of Magic, which is a new trilogy. I already own on my reader both of these like full trilogy. We'll see how far I get into these books because Assassin's Quest is a very, very huge book. So I don't know how much progress I'll make into it because even if I do read a lot of this book, I don't feel like it's so big that I don't feel like I'm making any progress into it. And I always feel like there's so much left to it. So I don't know, but I'll try. So for the Orilium Magical Readathon, I chose The Calling of a Dreamwalker, and honestly, I do not know why I chose that because it has a lot of prompts, and yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna be reading all of those, considering everything I still have on my TBR, so yeah, we'll see. Last year, I did not complete any class for the Orilium Magical Readathon, so hopefully this year I'll be able to manage something. Anyways, if you want to see my character stuff that I did last year, I'll try to link the video from last year in the description if you want to check that out, but I'm not gonna redo all of that all over again because I don't have much time, to be honest. So we're just gonna roll with the new calling instead. So for Dreamwalker, the first class is astronomy, which is to read a book with a zodiac recommendation. So I went on YouTube and typed Taurus book recommendations because I am a Taurus, and I looked through a couple of them. One of those videos was from someone I'm subscribed to and that I follow and watch their videos, and I did not like the recommendations that were made there. I was not interested in those books at all. So I tried to look up another one, and I found one recommendation that I really wanted to get to, and that one is Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I have not read that book yet, and I love the universe of nonsense in Alice. I love it so much. It's so me. I loved the Tim Burton movies. So yeah, I'm excited to finally get to it. I'm going to buy the physical copy at my local bookshop and have that one in hand because it is a classic that I do want to have on hand with me in my collection. So it's not a fancy book. I went with a straight paperback, but it's all good. I'm excited for this one. The next class is alchemy. So for this one, it is to read a book with a circle on the cover. For that prompt, I chose The Black Kids by Christina Hammonds Reed. I've been wanting to read this book for so long. I think it was in my February TBR. Hopefully this time I'll be able to get to it. But I do want to get to it and then stop putting it on my TBRs and not prioritizing it. So yeah. The next class is Art of Illusion. For this one, the prompt is to read a book with game or play in the title. And for that prompt, I chose Ready Player One. I've been wanting to read this book for a while. I will be purchasing it this week when I go to get my Alice book as well. I've heard good things about the first one, not so good things about the second one. I'm not too worried. I like the dystopian type of books, so I'm interested in getting into it. I'm a little bit afraid that I didn't get into it like when it was hyped, but we shall see if it passes the test of time. The next class is Spells and Incantation, and that prompt is to get a number generator and read a book with the title that has the same number of letters in the title than the number that you draw from the generator. So for that prompt, I know I didn't do it on camera. I'm sorry, so you'll just have to trust me. But I drew 9, so that means I have to have a title with 9 letters. And for that prompt, I decided to go with Stormland because this is another NetGalley book that I haven't reviewed and like it's been a long time. So I just want to read it and like clear that from my NetGalley shelves. It is an adult dystopian. That's why I was interested in having the ARC in the first place, because a lot of dystopian books are usually YA and I'm not like vibing with YA as much anymore. I do like a lot of YA books, but depending on which one, sometimes it's a big miss for me. And obviously because I'm not the targeted audience anymore. But yeah, I was interested in a more adult dystopian book. So yeah, the next class is psionics and divination. For this prompt, it is to do a bingo card of predictions. So I drew up a 3x3 bingo card because I chose a small book for this one, and I chose this book because of the next prompt that goes after this one. So yeah, I did not include the bingo board in my bullet journal because I don't know how many space I'm gonna need to like track my reading. We'll see if I do add it in like later. But so far I only have it in my little notebook where I plan out my TBRs and track reading when I need to write down quickly where I'm at in the books, and then I update my actual journal. Anyways, for this prompt, I picked up The Girl from the Other Side, Volume 2. I've read the first book a while ago, and it was for the Buzzword, which was Other. And this is a very surprising manga for me. I fell in love with it. I love, love, love the art style and the story. It's so interesting. It is a little bit dystopian. It's very unique and I love it so much. It is one of my favorites, and I'm glad that I have second volume to continue. And it is a very short book, so I'm pretty confident with myself that I'll be able to read it. But also that's the reason why I only made a 3x3 bingo board, because like, how many predictions can I make for this small of a book? Not that much. So yeah, the next class is conjuration, and this prompt is to spin a color wheel and read a book that has this color on the cover of a book. And for this prompt, again, I haven't filmed it, so you're just gonna have to trust me, but I spinned the color purple. And for that prompt, you guessed it, I got, again, I picked The Girl from the Other Side, Volume 3. So since I already had Volume 3 on hand, and it is purple, and since I'm gonna have to read Volume 2 anyways to get to Volume 3, that's why I decided to put Volume 2 in the prompt just before this one. So there's that. But I'm really excited to like move on into this series. And the last class that I need to do for Dreamwalker is lore, and for this one the class has been interrupted, so you can go check BookRoast's video on that one where she explains everything. I'll try to link the video in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, the prompt is to just basically reread The Legend of Dia, which is a one-page thing that she wrote, and it's part of the universe. And yeah, the class has been interrupted. There's something that happened, and I'm guessing it's going to continue on in the autumn version of this readathon. I'm curious to see. But yeah, I'm just glad that I have a one-page thing to read for this prompt, because that one's going to be checked like very easily. So there's that. Also, I've seen that she added some side quests. I mean, it's not like I need more prompts for my TBR, but I looked at them and I found the dragon riding license so interesting and so fun that I thought to myself, why not try it? As if I have the time to add more books. No, you can't. But they're in here anyways. I know I won't get to them. I won't prioritize them, but we'll see. So there's two things that you need to do in order to get that license. The first thing is to read 2 books with dragons. The first one I picked is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. This is book number 2 from 6 Crimson Cranes. And I've been trying to read this one though already. So it would be a really good thing if I actually got to it finally. And the other book is A Clash of King by J.R.R. Martin, which is the second book in the Game of Thrones series, and I have it on my e-reader. It's the book where dragons arrive, if I'm not mistaken, because that's I did check it out before I put it on my TBR. So like another big huge fantasy book that I won't have time to read. But yeah, I'm being very optimistic. And the other prompt to get that license is to watch a show or a movie with dragons in it. I'm not too worried that I'll be able to watch something. I have either Game of Thrones or The Hobbits or House of Dragons or something like that in mind that I could watch. So that one would be an easy one to do. But yeah. So if I add up everything that I want to read this month without the dragon riding license stuff, so without the last 2 books, it would add up to a total of 9,917 pages for an average of 331 pages per day. Like, there's no way I'm reading 300 pages per day. It could be doable if I wasn't working full-time and having a business and a kid and a family to take care of. And yeah, but I don't know. We'll see. And if I do add up the last two books, that would be a total of 12,422 pages, which means an average of 414 pages per day. So even less doable of a goal. But yeah, I guess I'm an optimistic. I have not been reading that much, not because I'm in a slump. I don't feel like reading what I'm reading. It's not that at all. I can already hear you from the other side saying, like, just read what you want to read for fun. Don't put pressure on yourself. I know I'm not, even if this seems so unrealistic, I'm not putting pressure on myself at all. I just want to read these books so badly. It's just that my schedule in my work life is so hard to keep up with. And I'm doing so much at the same time. So much is going on at the same time. I'm trying my best. But yeah, it happens to the best of us, I guess. But I am really, really, really motivated to get into these books. I promise you. I will be trying my best. On that note, I am going to go and pick up a book because I do have at least 300 pages to read today. I've read a bit, but not 300 pages, so I'm going to go back to that. Let me know if you're participating in any readathon this month. I would love to know. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, and I will see you soon in the next one.